I have to read everything. If you have any questions, just stop me.
Defeat autism.
What I'm going to talk about today is autism treatments, diets, the different things that we use with our son. I'm a mom of 4, and autism has my youngest child, Kate. I don't say he has autism because autism has him. I'm going to discuss our journey to get him back and the diets and treatments that we have used and what we're currently using. Can I just push?
Yep.
Arrow. How many of you here have a child on the spectrum?
What does on the spectrum mean?
On the spectrum is autism, ADD, ADHD,
Okay.
Asperger's.
Okay.
They're all, it's, because autism isn't just one thing, it's a whole spectrum.
Okay.
And some of the kids can talk, some of them can't talk, some of them have, there's all kinds of different behaviors.
Okay.
Some are aggressive, some are not. How many of you have tried a lot of treatments already with your child? How many of your kids are picky eaters? Our son is what they call a non-responder. We've tried a lot of things, including the GFCF diet, soy-free diet, 30 to 80 different supplements, chelation, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and more. And all of them work somewhat, but not any big wows. He's not recovered yet. The GFCF diet was the first thing that we tried. I met a mom, and I'm going to call her a warrior mom because, this was 5 years ago, and it wasn't talked about then. And there wasn't anything you could do. And, it's a lifelong disability. Well, she didn't believe that. And she went to Autism 1, and her dad went with her, and she learned the DAN protocol, and she learned about the diet. And what she saw with her son with the diet, and what I saw when I first met him, he was sitting in a chair, watching a Thomas the Train movie, eating French fries and watermelon, and just banging his head. And wouldn't look at me, didn't sleep, nothing. She started this diet with him, and within 6 months, I see this kid, and it's his birthday, and he's coming out of preschool, and I'll probably cry, but he walked out and he looked at me, and he said, "It's my beautiful birthday." Now, a diet did that. Of course, she was doing supplements and stuff too, but, this is all because she used a journal. And everything her child ate, she wrote down. And every behavior that she saw after he ate that, she wrote down. She started noticing a trend when he drank milk, when he ate wheat, when he had soy. So she started taking that stuff away. Then she started keeping the journal, looking at the trend where those behaviors started to go away. Right away, we saw with Caden less irritability. He used to walk the perimeter, like he would walk back and forth and look at the wall out of the corner of his eye. If there was a fence, he would walk the fence line. And he used to lay over the couch and push his stomach on stuff. Well, that stuff all started to go away when we put him on the diet. Now, the diet isn't, I'm not going to say it's easy. It really wasn't easy for us because we didn't have all this wonderful stuff available to us like we do now. Hy-Vee is just the stuff that they have in and the taste and the texture. I had to make a lot of his stuff from scratch. I'd have to get it mail order, and it tasted like crap. Well, the stuff now is amazing. It's amazing. I wish they would have had it then. We did the diet for 2 years. We had him tested, saw what his food intolerances were, which was everything, and his intolerances were up in the 3,000s when they're supposed to be 0. The thing about it is, Caden's weren't true allergies, they were intolerances, and we found that out. We did the diet, we tested him 2 years later, and the allergies were gone, except for bananas. He can't have bananas. But what we did was heal his gut. This diet healed his gut. He had holes in his gut, and I'm just speculating, but he had 17 ear infections in his first 2 years of life. He was on every antibiotic known to man.
And we thought he was dead.
Right, we did. We lived in a house with toxic mold we didn't know about. So I'm sure now that the ear infections were a milk allergy and the mold from the house. Because every time we gave him antibiotics, we'd end up having to go to the emergency room and get Rosetta. He'd be on 3 different ones a month. It just destroyed his gut. He had no good gut flora, and the antibiotics allowed the bad yeast and bacteria to overgrow, and they ate holes in his gut. So when he would eat the wheat and the dairy, those proteins are really big and they're hard to break down. Well, his body didn't break them down. So they would leak out of his gut into his bloodstream and go to his brain, and that's when you get the autistic behaviors. When he would, do the fence walk. So we had the testing. We did supplements after supplements after supplements, probiotics for 4 years, and he still has a yeast and bacteria overgrowth. We saw Pfeiffer Treatment Centers where we started. Then we went to Dr. Usman. The probiotics for 4 years. We were fortunate enough to go to Autism 1 this year, and it's a 5-day conference with everybody. It's the clinicians, the homeopaths, the researchers, the media, vendors, and there were over 70 different seminars. So it's pretty much everything that you need to know. This is the woman who has changed my whole perspective about everything, and her name is Andrea Lalama. And I saw her seminar on the BT toxin theory. How many of you heard of BT corn? Genetically modified food.
Right.
Okay, we were doing a new protocol with Caden through Dr. Usman to remove the bacteria, the yeast, the mold, the metals, and the viruses. And it was like 8 different things that we had to give him in sequence to get rid of this stuff. Because all this stuff, the bugs create a biofilm, which is like a slime in the intestine that protects them. So when you have them tested, you don't see that they have 5 different kinds of bacteria overgrowth. You don't see that they have the measles virus in their gut because it's all protected by this slime. So this protocol was to get rid of the slime so we could see the bugs, which is what happened. It got rid of the slime so we could see the bugs, and there were lots of them, but it also got rid of the good bugs. He had none, 0. 0 good gut flora. It stripped him. So Andrea Lalama, her protocol was talking about fixing the gut to recolonize with the good flora. This is why you need to think about organic. Due to the pesticides, fertilizers, antibiotics, growth hormones, and all the stuff that's in the food nowadays. It's all common sense stuff. Pesticides are mercury-based. Fertilizers that I had no idea. We're getting his hair test back, and he's got antimony and tungsten and cadmium all the time. I'm like, where the heck is this stuff from? Fertilizers. Fertilizers they use are full of it. I didn't know that. The antibiotics and the growth hormones they give to the animals, and then we eat the animals. Maybe our children aren't intolerant to this food that we're feeding them. Maybe it's what's in the food.